Okay, everybody. So for this, I've just released my Skool, right? So my Skool is up and running, and I was looking on some other Skool sites, and I came across something which Nate posted. I'm thinking, what can I give back to the community which they couldn't find somewhere else? And it's more about this hype train, right? So there's something which I go on about, especially with what's available, etc. And some YouTubers, not Nate, but like others, they might leverage the hype and news around other things. For me, it would be, okay, what can I post on LinkedIn, which is kind of organic, but not too pushy, but very easily digestible. Now, if you have a look, here I just made a carousel, and this carousel is just made up of a PDF, which then I would post onto LinkedIn, right? But imagine this video, which is all to do with managed agents here, and I wanted to post something similar, but with my branding on LinkedIn to promote what I do with inside of NavAIgate, right? So thinking about that, what I would do here is I would come into Claude Code, and I'm going to share this skill. And what I need to do, I need to make a LinkedIn carousel with my branding, but also take into consideration what's on this video. It might not be everything I need for maybe talking about managed agents. So I would ask in Claude Code. So all I've done is I've just loaded up Claude Code with dangerously skip permissions. I've gave it Nate's video, and then also look at giving it the title. And then I'll say, along with, sorry, before I do that, I would run my NotebookLM skill. And then from here, I would then obviously just ask it, hey, can you just do some research? First of all, this YouTube video from Nate I think is fantastic, and I want to make a LinkedIn post about this. But I want to use NotebookLM to maybe do some research for me first, and then from that, we're going to use my LinkedIn carousel skill. And from there, I need you to obviously to keep my branding, and then just do something which will be organic, which I could grow my footfall on LinkedIn. So I'll ask it something like this, super simple, but also what this has is an outcome. So it has the outcome, it has the context, and it also has the reason why I'm doing the thing I'm doing. So with that, it's going to load up the skill. It's now going to check inside of my notebook, because I've authorized through Notebook. It's going to have a look. Now you see it's create a notebook, and it's called Research Claude Managed Agents Nate video. It's going in there, and what it's basically doing is not using the tokens from me, but it's doing all the research through NotebookLM. And if it starts for whatever reason, it will then go over why that's not working and then start again. So now that's starting to work. It probably failed because Claude went to the agent too quick just to see, what it's found, etc. And so here now, we're going to look one more time to make sure that it's doing the correct thing. It's having looking on the news. It's probably added a few other bits in there. And yeah, we're just going to go ahead and wait. Okay, so we're back, and now the research is done. Now it says, let me load the LinkedIn carousel skill to build the post. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to let this happen, see what the output is going to be, and then it might make sense to then change this and then maybe add some other bits. And also we should see if we were going to build this one more time, what that would look like. We'll leave it for another video, but I think just to give a highlight of what the Skool community is going to get and what we can do here, I'll show you this. We'll see how we get on. And if there's any interest for showing, first of all, how to build the LinkedIn carousel skill, we can have a look at that. The skill will be attached in the video. And then the other one is, should we also look at how to build this NotebookLM skill, and why does it make sense, and what are the use cases? Because this is the thing, right? Like, there might not be always the use case you might think of. A lot of the time people are like, oh, you're going to scrape at NotebookLM, and everyone's like, well, I can just use Claude to do that. Why is it useful to use NotebookLM? It might not be. But 9 times out of 10 it is, because one, you're using the most powerful search engine, in my opinion, very, very heavily, easily through one, authentication, and two, you can also generate images from that as well. So when you have a look now on what's going to be presented here in the LinkedIn Carousel, that's not just doing LinkedIn Carousel text. That's making images from Nano Banana. It's using Playwright to scrape and see if the images are correct and put them together. And now you see it did slide 1. It used Playwright to have a look to make sure it's correct. Slide 1 looks great now. Let me write up the LinkedIn caption and wrap up. So that's going to go ahead now and do all the other slides. Let's have a look what it looks like when I post it online. So it shows here what we've done, what a PDF is. Here are all my images. Here's the caption, etc. So now it's adding everything in. You want me to tweak any slides, soften generation. So let's have a look. So let's have a look here now. Open this up. Boom. And here we go. So Anthropic just killed the need for you to build your own agent. Zero infrastructure, capabilities. Here we go. And you know what's great about this as well is that you can also learn about this. So I can just, take any videos, bring them in, push them on here, etc. Here we go. Look in here, hat tip Nate's work through on YouTube. So it's not removing what he's done, which is also, I think, actually really, really cool. So here now, I'm going to go, to myself. I'm going to go to my company. I'm going to create a post. I'm going to start a post. Yeah, so I'm going to add a document, choose a file, found the file, carousel, uploaded, give it a description. I guess it's going to give me one here, what the description should be. Give me the LinkedIn post and what it should say. Let's copy this, copy, boom, here, paste. Anthropic just killed the need, just killed. Build your own agents with Claude. The same, done. And here we go. Now we're going to make the post. Put this in, come here, paste it. We are too heavy on the information, but that, by the way, is because of this. So it does spaces in here. So here what you're going to ask is, please give me a HTML version of this as rich text. So what you want when you're using this, and this comes in, and it's like, there's too much here. It's because all this is spaces, and it counts as a character, which is not good. So you can quickly do that. And this is what we're going to take here on our comments afterwards, just to bring him in. Boom. Here, copy. I'm going to paste this. Perfect. To sort out the spacing. Done. Paste that. I'm going to post that. Once that's posted, I'm going to take this here, Nate's walkthrough, copy, comment, paste this in. Here we go. And that's it. Done. So if you're interested on how these skills work and how you can make them your own, watch out this space, wait for the next video, and thanks a lot.